Taylor Swift. As you can see, the deck has been shuffled. So let's see what is really standing out for Taylor Swift. I'd like to do a 3-card draw. Okay, so this will be her past, her present, and this will be her future. So let's see what starts. Her future, walking away, the Queen of Pentacles, in the past. What's kind of just jumping out right here is that there's a woman who's very capable of caring for her household. But I would suspect that there's some kind of maybe unhappiness with performing those duties. And as well, in the past, I would suspect maybe that there was a token of love and affection that just proved not to be as it proclaimed itself to be. And here we see walking away. Now it's done at night, so there could be lies, etc., associated with that. Maybe there's not enough clarity here. I'm kind of thinking that it may have already happened, that they may have already broken up, because we see with the Knight of Cups, this indicates like a few months. And then you look at the Queen of Pentacles, and she's an indicator of a Capricorn, and of course the Aquarius here. And so we would think that I would think that it might be where they meet here, because that would have been in the date range of like January, late January, right around the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. And that lines up with a few months ago. So I'm not sure if maybe they already broke up, and that it's just because I just think that it's just not suiting her, that it's not what she wanted, it's not fulfilling her, and she'd rather focus on her career. So let's see if we can get a more accurate understanding of the breakup. Okay. Okay. So if we were to think that that would be the guy, maybe she was under the impression that he could be this very... So for the breakup, I would kind of think power is playing a large role here. Because of course she is Taylor Swift, so she does have a certain amount of power. But we see that with regards to a relationship, there could be some overbearingness, some possessiveness, just some misuse of power. And in a relationship, it could be creating like an unbalance. And I think that the want to focus on her own self and a dislike of having to deal with her partner, because it kind of bound her up a little bit. But you know, it's not an unbreakable bind. So I think that with the breakup and the walking away, she just took off her blindfold and saw her way forward. Let's find out a little bit more about Taylor Swift, shall we? So there is a celebration going on, as we suspected, and it's going to be swirling around her. And of course, strength. Now there could be a Leo somewhere. I don't know if either of them are Leos, but if not, they would just have the quality of a Leo. Very, you walk into the room, all eyes on me, and you have the ability, the inward strength to handle that kind of attention. But there's changes. What changes are coming? And whatever it is, they're not really, maybe it's the marriage, the changes are coming. And, with marriage comes certain changes and restrictions. And, you're now a partner, not a single person. So maybe there's some resistance to that. Perhaps there were some issues with the law. And just a contradiction with one's moral beliefs. And not taking a break when one was needed. So perhaps going into burnout. So she did have the Eras tour. Maybe that caused a little burnout. And of course, there was pressure on her family life. And she faced public shaming, especially over the, what's her name, trial, Blake Lively trial. And the High Priestess. There's an imbalance. But we see that again running through here. An imbalance internally that she's focusing on. This will be the last card, I swear. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this indicates a couple of things. We see here an imbalance internally. So maybe she's invited to grow as a person. So let's just leave this because I swore that would be the last card. But for anybody who might be interested, bloom. So she's not looking at past regrets. So we'll go to this card. So what I'm suggesting here is that perhaps there was a realization that the person that you're with isn't quite what you had wanted or what you had thought you wanted or what you thought you were signing up for. So, let's see about that. Yeah, and that's supported there. Maybe she spent a few nights, like it's been bothering her, like it's been on her mind. But it's so close. You see, it's the 9. So you see 8, 9. So there was that binding there, and it kept her up at night because it just wasn't fulfilling. Yeah, I'm not going to speak for her, but there are definitely issues with power that bothered her. So here, and maybe it would have been work related. So I don't know. I mean, I've heard that everything with Taylor Swift comes to money. So I don't know if there was. I don't want to speculate that maybe this was a relationship for work, like for show. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe is it a show relationship? No, because he appeared this way. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. Here, I'll move it over. Yeah, I think she met this guy that everybody loves. And it would have been business. And it came with it the destruction of, or the near destruction of, I don't think that it was really something that she really, something happened when she agreed to enter into that relationship. And I think that it bothered her. And it caused internal struggle. And if you guys want to see more, of course, leave it in the comment section.